Builder provides targeting and scheduling features so that you can target content based on criteria such as the user's device, or schedule it to appear during certain time frames. Let's take a look at both scheduling and targeting. If you want to schedule your content, at the top of your page you'll see the calendar icon. Click the icon, choose a start date and an ending date. Publish for the schedule to take effect. Let's take a look at the content. There's one targeting test doc, and it is scheduled for this time period. So for any time period outside of this targeting test URL will return a 404 because there's nothing there outside of this time period. By duplicating the page, we now have another page at the same URL. If we remove date and publish, if we now go back to the content list, you'll see that there's a targeting test 2, and it has no date associated with it, so it's not scheduled. The problem here is, since we created this page second, it's at the top of the list. So when Builder comes to look for content for this URL, targeting-test, it starts at the top of the list. Let's say it's April 5th at noon. That's within this time frame, but Builder comes down the list looking for targeting-test, and it finds it here. There's no time scheduled for it, so it delivers this page. But what happened to this page? Well, if we want this schedule to be enforced, we need to put that higher up in the list so that when Builder comes looking for targeting-test, it first tests against the time frame. And if it's within this time frame, it will deliver this version of the page. And if it's outside of this time frame, it will deliver this version of the page. Let's look at targeting now. We have our page, but let's say we want a completely different page for mobile. We'll do what we did before. We'll duplicate the page. And let's just say we don't have any of these images in the mobile page. Well, first let's get rid of the scheduling. Okay, we have a page again at the same URL we've been using, targeting-test. But this time, we're going to target this version of the page for mobile users. Let's look at the content list again. We now have 3 pages at the URL targeting-test. The newest one we created, we're targeting mobile users. So when Builder comes down that list, again, looking for targeting-test, it encounters this one for mobile users. So if your user is on a mobile device, they're going to get this version of the page. If they're not on a mobile device, Builder will keep going. It will look at the time and date and see if the current date and time fit within this time frame. If not, it will keep going looking for targeting-test. It will finally arrive at this one, which has no criteria set, and it will deliver this version of the page. And that's it for targeting and scheduling.